Hey guys, it's Mr. B, and welcome back to the Mr. B Reads series. This is the series where I read you some of my favourite picture books, funny voices, and all. Today I'm going to read you a book that really started my obsession with picture books. I remember reading this to some children years and years ago, and it's brilliant. It's stayed with me ever since. Today I'm going to read you Bringing Down the Moon. So let's get started, shall we? Bringing Down the Moon by Jonathan Emmett, and illustrated by Vanessa Cabban. "Hot diggity!" exclaimed Mole as he burrowed out of the ground one night. "Whatever's that?" The moon was hanging in the sky, like a bright silver coin. Mole thought it was the most beautiful thing he had ever seen. "Whatever it is, I must have it," Mole said to himself. "I know, I'll jump up and down to pull it down." Oh, oh. Mole was so busy jumping he didn't think about the noise he was making, and he woke up Rabbit in her burrow. "Mole," said Rabbit, "oh, what on earth are you doing?" "Oh, hello, Rabbit," said Mole. "I'm trying to pull down that shiny thing." "You mean the moon?" asked Rabbit. "Ah, so that's what it's called," said Mole. "You'll never be able to do that," said Rabbit. "It's not as near as it looks." But Mole would not give up. "I know," he thought. "I'll get a stick and poke it down." And so he found a long stick and poked it up at the moon. Ooh, ooh. Mole was so busy poking that he tripped over Hedgehog in his bed of leaves. "Mole," grunted Hedgehog. "Oh, what in the weevil are you up to?" "Oh, hello, Hedgehog," said Mole. "I'm trying to poke down the moon." "Oh, you'll never do that," said Hedgehog. "It's not as near as it looks." But Mole would not give up. "I know," he thought. "I'll throw something at it and knock it down." So he found some acorns and threw them at the moon. "Oh, ah, oh, ouch!" said Squirrel. "Mole, have you gone completely nuts?" "Oh, hello, Squirrel," said Mole. "No, I'm trying to knock down the moon." "Oh, you'll never do that," said Squirrel. "It's nowhere near as it looks." But Mole, he wanted the moon so badly that he would not give up. "I know," he thought. "I'll climb the tree and I'll fetch it down." Mole had never climbed a tree before. It was hard work, and he was scared to be so far from the ground. But he kept on going until he saw the moon resting in the leaves above him. Mole stretched out his paws, and just when he thought he had it, he slipped. Ah! Eek! Ouch! Oh! Ow! Mole tumbled down and landed splash in the middle of a puddle. "Oh, hot diggity drat," thought Mole. "I almost had it that time." Then he noticed something floating in the puddle beside him. It was pale and wrinkled, but Mole recognised it at once. "The moon," he whispered. "It must have fallen down with me." He reached out to pick the moon. But as soon as he touched it, it broke into pieces and vanished. Mole sat in the puddle and cried. Rabbit, Hedgehog and Squirrel came running up. "Are you all right, Mole?" asked Rabbit. "I'm all right," sobbed Mole. "But the moon isn't. I pulled it down and then it broke. And it was so beautiful. And now I shall never see it again." "Oh, Mole," said Rabbit. You couldn't have pulled down the moon.
Well, you certainly couldn't have broken it,
said Hedgehog. Oh, and you'll certainly see it again, said Squirrel. Look! And there, high up in the sky above them, the moon was coming out from behind a cloud. Oh, whispered Mole, and it's just as beautiful as ever. Mole, Rabbit, Hedgehog and Squirrel stood and stared up at the moon together. It is beautiful, said Rabbit.
Very beautiful,
said Hedgehog. Very beautiful indeed, said Squirrel. Yes, said Mole, but it's not as near as it looks. The end. Hey guys, thank you for listening to my rendition of Bringing Down the Moon. Please support the official release and tune in tomorrow for tomorrow's story. Take care.